Microsoft Edge is a new browser which has been included in Windows 10. It includes a number of new features. Reading mode, which allows you to more easily view a website. The Hub, which consolidates your favourites, your list of reading material, any books that you've downloaded or have access to online, your history and your downloads. Web Notes, which enables you, as you can see in the graphic on the right here, to draw or make notes on a web page. Windows 10 also includes Internet Explorer. Some websites require Internet Explorer to display correctly. If you're using Windows 10 Enterprise, you can use Enterprise Mode to automatically switch from Microsoft Edge to Internet Explorer when required by certain websites. To do this, download and install the Enterprise Mode Site List Manager tool for Windows 10. Open Enterprise Mode Site List Manager and add the URLs of the websites that require Internet Explorer. Choose Open in Internet Explorer for each of these sites and save the file to a network shared folder. Open the Group Policy Management console on a domain controller. Open an appropriate group policy object for editing and navigate to Computer Configuration, Policies, Administrative Templates, Windows Components, Microsoft Edge. Enable the Configure the Enterprise Mode Site List policy and enter the location of the file you saved. Let's take a look at how to configure Microsoft Edge. There are two browsers provided with Windows 10, Internet Explorer, with which you're probably familiar, and Microsoft Edge. Microsoft Edge is pinned to the taskbar by default. To configure Microsoft Edge settings, click on the ellipse button, Settings and More, and then scroll down and select Settings. You can choose a theme. The default is light, but you can also choose dark. You can specify which page is opened when you first open Edge, a specific page or pages, in this case I've set that to be About Blank, a previous page, a new tab page or a start page. The start page opens up with the customized news feed for you. I'm going to specify it uses a specific page and I'm going to open up Bing. Let's save that. When I open a new tab, what will it open with? By default it chooses top sites, but I can specify a blank page or top sites and suggested content. Top sites are those sites that you visit frequently. I'm going to choose a blank page for now. And then let's see what that looks like. So it's initialized in my dark theme and it's immediately gone to the suggested page. If I click on the button here for a new tab, it should open up with a blank page, which it has done, as per my settings. So let's go back into settings right now, click the ellipse button and scroll down and select Settings. You'll notice I've got the option here to import favourites and any other information from another browser. So, for example, if you're making the transition from Internet Explorer to Microsoft Edge, if you click on this option here, it will say, here's Internet Explorer selected by default, and click Import, so it'll pull across the settings. The Favourites bar is turned off at the moment. It creates a less cluttered, minimalised look to the browser, but you can turn that on. I use that often in Internet Explorer. I put the things that I use most frequently on the Favourites bar. My favourites and my reading list can be synced across my devices. At the moment I haven't set up synchronization, so we'll take a look at that later on in the course. Down here I've got the advanced settings. Show the home button on or off. It's off at the moment. Let's turn that on and you can see it appears up here. When you choose home, what's going to happen? A new tab, a specific page, or whatever is configured as the start page. At the moment the start page is Bing. Block pop-ups is turned on by default. Use Adobe Flash Player is also enabled. Open sites in apps, so if I go to the Facebook page, then it will open up that page in the app if the app is installed on my device. Specify where downloads will be saved to. Logically it's saving to the same location as is the case for Internet Explorer. Notifications can be managed here. When you log in or sign into a website, you can manage the password settings here. You can save the form entries, so that's not turned on by default. So when you enter, for example, your telephone number, it will remember that for the next time a field asks for your telephone number. And if you've got Cortana enabled and configured, you can have it assist you in Microsoft Edge. That's turned on by default. And a variety of other options. Down the bottom here, we've got cookies, don't block, block them all, or block only third-party cookies. So these are security-related settings. And then help protect me from malicious sites using Windows Defender Smart Screen, which is turned on by default. We'll take a look at Windows Defender Smart Screen later on in the course. In the demonstration, you saw how to configure Microsoft Edge.